The Olympic Games are this summer in London, starting July 28th. So we've traveled to Colorado Springs to the U.S. Olympic Training Center to learn more about Olympic-style shooting. With me is USA National Shooting Team member Amanda Fuhrer. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Tell us a little bit more about small bore shooting in the Olympics.
Okay, my sport, 50-meter, three-position small bore. We shoot at 50 meters, and we shoot in 3 different positions. We have prone, standing, and kneeling. We shoot 20 shots in each position, which adds up to 200 points per position, and a total of 600 points per match.
So a winning score at the Olympics would be?
Somewhere in the low 590s, definitely.
So you can't miss too many shots.
No.
It would be outside the 10 ring, I should say.
Correct.
Let's show the viewers what a 10 ring is. I mean, it's pretty small, and imagine that 50 meters away.
Yeah, it's about the size of a dime.
About the size of a dime, and that's it. Is that right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, and so the average shooter will put how many shots in the 10 ring out of the 60 shots, or 50 shots?
Typically around 50 some shots, right in the 10 ring, and just a few outside of the 10 ring.
Okay.
It'd be a decent score.
Good. What are some of the unique challenges of shooting small bore rifle?
I think the hardest thing for us is that we cannot make mistakes. We have to be so precise and ready to shoot on every single shot. You have to dedicate your mind and your body to the same position for such a long period of time. Because if you miss one shot in whatever match you're shooting, you could miss a spot on the team, or you could lose your position in the match. There's so much at stake for every single shot you take.
So there's just as much, shooting is just as much about what's going on in your head as it is about the technical side of things.
Oh yeah, I actually think it's about 90% mental. Once you develop your skills, your physical skills to the level where you can be on the national team, it's about 90% mental, 10% physical.
Okay, and do you do anything in particular to prepare yourself before going in to a match?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time just laying by myself, like, because we shoot prone first. I'll just lay down on my prone mat, and I will listen to music and say some positive things to myself to gain my confidence, and just think about what I want to accomplish. I come up with a match plan that I run through, and for each shot I actually have a shot process that I run through, so my mind kind of does the same exact thing for every single shot that I take.
Right. Well, you're not a member of the USA Olympic shooting team yet, so there's a process that you have to go through. We hope that you will be.
Yes.
What is that process that leads up to being a member of the team?
Well, the process starts 4 years ago, really. So, you train for those 4 years, and you go to the World Cups. You shoot as many matches as you can internationally and nationally, and then we actually try out in June this summer, which is only a month and a half before the Olympic Games start. And we have a 3-day match, and you have to perform each of those 3 days and shoot high finals to, you're trying to beat everybody else that you're shooting against. But it's really difficult to channel all your energy and your focus and everything that you worked for into one weekend,
Right. So I understand that you're a student at Ohio State.
Yep, the Ohio State University.
And you shoot on their team and compete
yes, I do.
in the NCAAs. How did you get started in target shooting?
My dad actually got me started when I was about 10 years old, but our local junior team, they wouldn't let me start till I was 11. So my dad used to set me up in the garage shooting an air rifle into our shop that we have, 10 meters away. So it's actually kind of funny. When I first started, my dad set up this huge backboard of cardboard that I was supposed to shoot at. And the first time I was ever out there, my dad went inside to go, do whatever, watch TV while I was shooting. And he comes back, and there were holes all over the garage door because I was so bad I couldn't even hit the target or the backboard.
And so, how did you improve?
Well, I just kept practicing. I joined the Spokane Junior Rifle Team when I was 11, and I just practiced every day until my main goal was to make the Junior Olympic match, actually. And I didn't even know that there was like an Olympic team for this or anything, or that you could go to college from it. I knew nothing about any of that, so I was kind of just shooting for fun. But I used to play soccer and dance, and I ended up qualifying for the Junior Olympics finally in my event, 50 meters, free position. And I told my dad when I was leaving that I wanted to quit soccer and dance and be an Olympic shooter. So.
And what did he say about that?
He just laughed.
Yeah. And he obviously was supportive because here you
are.
are.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure a week later I had my whole shooting outfit and a couple guns waiting for me. So. She's ready.
What are, there's millions and millions of recreational target shooters across America, and they all want to improve. I do, I know that. What are some of the things that maybe you could help them with? What are some tips that you might be able to give the average person who maybe goes out to the shooting range once every couple of weeks and but wants to improve his or her shooting?
Okay, for target shooting, like I said before, it's a lot mental. So I think one of the biggest things is positive self-talk. And I think that improves with your confidence. It helps improve your timing with your shots, and it can also help your body to relax when you're shooting.
Right. What's an example of that? Positive self-talk.
Well, I actually use a mantra while I'm shooting that I just repeat over and over to myself until I'm ready to shoot. I say relax, relax, perfect, and I just repeat that until my sights finally settle onto my target and I can pull the shot, and I feel relaxed doing that. So, if you come up with something to repeat over and over in your head, that helps. Or even, if you start to get nervous, you just say, I got this. I'm the best one here. I can shoot a 10. I only shoot 10s. And when a negative thought starts to come, like, don't shoot a 9, you change that and you say, I'm going to shoot a 10. So you just switch, you just like flip-flop any of your negative thoughts into positive ones, and I've trained myself pretty well to do that, but I think it's really important.
I think that's very helpful, and I'm going to try that the next time I'm out at the range. Let's see, what else can you tell us about the challenges involved in Olympic shooting, or things that might help?
Something that would help definitely is anxiety-reducing breathing techniques, and this is something that not only Olympic shooters do. It's something that I know the military uses, and people actually use it in their daily life, so it's really applicable in anything that you're doing. But what that involves is you breathe in for 5 seconds, you hold your breath for 5 seconds, and you release it for 5 seconds. And in doing that, you're kind of just releasing any negative energy you have, and eventually your heart rate falls down to the slow tempo that your breathing is going.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
It really is.
I learned that with a sports psychologist, actually, when I first began shooting, and we could watch it on a monitor. We were watching, at first everything was just chaos, and my breathing and heart rate were out of control, and as soon as I started the breathing technique, the line of my heart rate kind of followed what my breathing was doing. So I control it when I'm, if I get nervous for a test, or if I'm about to shoot a big match, or doing an interview, or anything that I do.
And I imagine it takes a while for you to become a believer in these techniques, because maybe you might try to try it, but those other thoughts start seeping in,
yeah, exactly.
right? Is that
it's
right?
definitely something, it's a practiced, it's a learned activity. You have to practice it. It's something that it doesn't just come to you, and especially when you're using it in your daily life, you definitely have to have practiced it before to apply the techniques. But it's more than helpful.
Those are great tips, and thank you for sharing them with us.
Thank you.
Okay. And if you're looking for a place to shoot, go to wheretoshoot.org. And the next time you're at the range, always remember, firearm safety depends on you.